3, 2, 1. Well, good afternoon, basketball fans from the campus of the University of Montana Western in snowy Dillon, Montana. It's Frontier Conference basketball, women's basketball, the first part of a doubleheader between the Montana Western Bulldogs and the MSU Northern Skylights and Lights. I'm Wally Felt, along with Mike Miller and Brett Wiebe as our producer, joining you for basketball. And Mike, you have a little announcement you would like to make.
I do. The Bulldog Sports Network welcomes you to today's webcast. As a member of the NAIA and of Frontier Conference, Montana Western is committed to the true spirit of competition and being champions of character demonstrated through 5 core values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. The Frontier Conference would like to thank the following corporate sponsors and partners for their continued support: BSN Sports and Nike, Cooper Tire and Tire-Rama, D.A. Davidson, Irk Hotels, First Interstate Bank, Logan Health Billings Clinic, McDonald's, Northwestern Energy, Pepsi, and Harrington Bottling Company. We encourage you to visit the Frontier Conference website at fcsports.org to get updated scores and information. You can also take a look at our friends of the Frontier sponsors and fan travel partners. Please consider them when making your travel plans to follow your team and supporting them on the road throughout the Frontier Conference. So thank you for watching today's contest on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Well, Mike, this looks like it's going to be a very, very important game. If you look at the standings in the Frontier Conference, it's pretty tight in the middle. Carroll is at 10-1, Providence 8-3, but then you look at Montana Western and Northern. The Bulldogs are 5-6, while Northern is 4-7. There's a lot of wiggle room and not a lot of wiggle room, because right now, with 2 weeks left of the regular season, positioning in the conference tournament comes into play.
And both of these teams have won on their home courts. The Bulldogs won here back in January, and on January 27th, Montana State Northern beat the Bulldogs 69-51 up in Havre. So this is the rubber match to see who takes the sweep.
Well, and it's like I said, once again, it's just trying to turn things up just a wee bit. It's determines whether or not, well, I guess it doesn't, it's not as important as far as playing at home or playing on the road, because the conference tournament February 29th through March 2nd is in a neutral location.
Right.
So, in the past, the lower seeded teams always had to travel to the higher seeded teams. That's not the case, but still, who your opponent is makes a difference, and there's a good chance, we could see a rematch of these two teams.
Right.
Yeah, so with about a minute left before tip-off, Mike, how about tonight's starting lineups?
Well, for Montana State, Northern Skylights and head coach Chris Moat, he's going to start number 3, Jalene Callender out of Caldwell, Idaho. Number 12, Taya Trottier out of Harlem, Montana. Number 20, Lata Lawrence out of Harlem, Montana. Riley Kerr, number 21, out of Columbia Falls. And number 44, 6-foot redshirt junior Savannah Toms out of Glendive, Montana. This is Coach Moat's 19th season. And, we know him as the co-founder of the Hoops for a Cause. So I think we'll take a break here. We're going to get the national anthem played as both teams are lined up. And the Challenge Cadets are coming in to fill in their side of the gymnasium.
At this time, we ask that you please rise for the playing of the national anthem. In 2 minutes.
All right, and for Montana Western, we're going to see the same 5 starters that Coach Britt Cooper in her first year has been using. Number 24, Jordan Sweeney is a 5'7" senior guard out of Oakley, California. Number 21, Nellie Momberg is 5'9" junior guard out of Box Elder. Number 12, Shani Mack is a 5'8" senior guard from Three Forks, Montana. Number 5, Maddie Moy is a 5'9" freshman out of Kalispell and Flathead High School. And number 3, Kyla Momberg, a 5'8" sophomore guard out of Box Elder, Montana. And so you have the young and the old here. Britt Cooper in her very first year as head coach at the collegiate level, and the veteran, 19-year veteran, Chris Moore.
Sorry, Tanner Harrell just walked around.
I can't speak over him.
I can't hear very well. Just trying to see if
their names.
We get it at halftime. Well, we're ready for the opening tip. Is it tonight or is it this afternoon?
It is still this afternoon. It's only 5 o'clock.
When does it become evening?
6:01. I'm guessing.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us. It's a snowy day in Dillon. It was snowing when I came up here. Snowing across Montana, although some parts of Montana, they're getting a little more of the white stuff than we are. Tip controlled by the Skylights, and we are underway. Callender with the ball for Montana State Northern.
Man-to-man defense.
Turnaround shot is no good by Savannah Toms. And Bulldogs on the attack. Sweeney, the leading scorer and assist leader in the Frontier Conference, directing traffic. Kyla Momberg with the ball now. Good defense by the Skylights. Inside though, Shani Mack, wow. She just kind of weaved her way inside that traffic and found the opening, laid it up and in.
Ooh, that long.
Shot up and no good by the Skylights, and Moy controls for the Bulldogs. Here comes Sweeney setting things up. Bulldogs coming off a pretty good road trip. They beat Rocky and Billings, and then they lost an overtime thriller to Carroll by 3 points. Skylights a little bit of a drought, 4-game losing streak right now. And once again, remember, these teams are jockeying for position. For conference placement. Oh, nice pass inside from Momberg to Momberg, Kyla to Nelly. Oh, boom. And the Bulldogs up 4-zip.
And girls basketball players should be watching the Momberg girls. They keep their head up the whole time.
3-point basket by Riley Kerr. That was Riley Kerr. Nope, sorry, no. Sydney Hansen. Sydney Hansen with the 3, and that trims the Bulldog lead down to 1, 4-3 to score. Just underway in the first quarter. Nellie Momberg's jumper is up and good. And the Bulldogs back in front, 6-3. 7:20 left to play in the first quarter. Skylights on the attack, trailing by 3, 6-3. Inside, Nice pass inside to Toms, and it's 6-5 Bulldogs. Sweeney sets things up for the Dogs. Inside, another nice pass from Kyla Momberg. Another nice one, only this one right through the hands of Sweeney into the hands of Toms. And the turnover gives the ball back to the Skylights. A basket here, and the Skylights have their first lead of the ball game.
Down to 5 seconds.
Shot up and no good. Rebound controlled by Kyla Momberg. Almost loses it. Sister Nellie picks up the loose ball, and here come the Bulldogs.
That pass was intended for Justin Fox here.
Yeah, he didn't have his hands up.
Radio guy.
Didn't have his hands up. You had to talk to him about that. Sweeney drives in, now back out. Shot clock down to 3 seconds. 3-point jump, no good by Mack. And here come the Skylights. Still trailing by 1, 6-5. 5:45 left to play, first quarter. This is the second to last week of Frontier Conference basketball. Shot is up and no good by the Skylights calendar. Sweeney drives in, now backs up. Faith, you like that step back jumper.
Yep. She has that little fake, and everybody hesitates. She doesn't get a lot of her shots blocked, but Moy stepped right in front of that one.
Doesn't play like a freshman, that's for sure. Sweeney open for the three, puts it up and in. Jordan Sweeney with 3 for the Bulldogs, and Bulldogs lead 11-5. 4:50 left to play.
Coach Moat just shook his head on that one.
Oh, that was a nice move for
Savannah Toms. Going to get a couple of subs in for Northern and a couple for the Bulldogs as well.
Mack to Momberg. Shot up by Kyla Momberg is no good. Rebound to the Skylights. Seiler. Now to Callender. Inside to Toms, and Toms had it tipped up. Who would you call the foul on?
That's going to be on Moy, I think, and that's the first foul of the ball game.
And we've played almost 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And we've got timeout on the floor. So with timeout on the floor, we'll be back with more after this.
Located right here in Dillon, Montana, the Andrus Hotel is registered in the Historic Hotels of America. Whether you're staying for the weekend or the whole week, whether you're working or playing, the Andrus Hotel puts you in the midst of Southwest Montana with spacious and refined accommodations. So kick your feet up and relax at the Andrus Hotel, a proud sponsor of Bulldogs Athletics, located at 33 South Idaho, here in Dillon. Whether you are planning for retirement, saving for your children or the grandchildren's college education, or just trying to protect the financial future of those you care for the most, you can work with Dennis Sherrod at Edward Jones to develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Visit Dennis at Edward Jones' office located at 134 South Montana Street here in Dillon.
We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Peyton Hagee has checked into the ball game for the Bulldogs along with Kiki Davis. And let's see now, Riley Kerr back in, or nope.
Rachel Van Baracum is in. Well, the Bulldogs have already started a little bit better than they did at Havre the last time. You know, they only shot 30% from the field in that whole game. And they've shot pretty well to start the game here this afternoon.
So Toms went 1 for 2 at the free throw line, and here come the Bulldogs on the attack with a 3-point lead, 11-8. 4 minutes left to play first quarter.
And now a bit of a zone defense. The Bulldogs need somebody right in the middle.
Kiki Davis inside, no good. Rebound by Toms of the Skylights. And bringing the ball down is Trottier. Oh, and almost stolen away by Hagee. Took a few seconds off that shot clock. It's down to 15. Kerr takes a drive inside and hands the ball to Jordan Sweeney. Just did a little slip, and Hagee to Sweeney. Sweeney inside, goes inside. Oh, misses the little easy one. And getting the defensive board. Here come the Skylights on a fast break. Kerr thinks about a three. Now she'll come back outside. Trottier with the three and hits it. And we are tied at 11.
Harlem must have had a pretty good ball team when they had Lawrence and Trottier up there.
And once again, where is Harlem?
It
Is it up in the High Line?
It is on the High Line in Blaine County. It's about 30 miles east of Chinook. The Wildcats.
Traveling is the call on the Bulldogs.
I believe the Bulldogs need to have somebody right in the middle of the free throw line, right there, because right now it's a zone defense, but the Bulldogs have come into position and they're just matching up. There's nobody. It's almost like the Skylights are playing man to man.
11-11 the score. 2:20 left to play first quarter.
Isabella Lund in for the Bulldogs.
Skylights. Oh, nice reverse layup. I don't think she expected that pass.
No.
But she caught it and scored.
That was going to Crass.
And it's the Skylights take their first lead of the game, 13-11. Under 2 minutes left to play first quarter.
Okay, now you see a Bulldog right at the free throw line, crossing back and forth.
Down to single digits on the shot clock. Hagee with the three attempt is no good. Ball wrestled around, finally picked up by a Skylight. So all of a sudden, Mike, I think you jinxed them.
I did.
The Bulldogs have gotten a little chilly from shooting. The winter weather on the outside has seeped inside to the Bulldogs offense. 1:16 left to play. Three-point shot is up and in and out and in by Long. And the Skylights with a 16-11 lead. Sweeney puts up the three and hits it. Jordan Sweeney with three, 16-14 the score. Skylights by 2, under a minute left to play. Three attempt from the wing is no good. And Mack controls for the Bulldogs. 37 seconds. Sweeney takes another three attempt. This one no good, and it goes out of bounds. A little quick there. Would you have shot it that quick?
No.
30 seconds on the game clock.
Now Sydney Hansen from Big Timber is in, number 22.
16-14, Skylights lead. 20, just about a second difference between game clock and shot clock. Turnaround shot is up and no good. Offensive rebound by the Skylights. 10 seconds left to play first quarter. Long puts up the three-pointer, and it is good. Mackenzie Long waited till the final second, put it up, and the Skylights go into the break, leading 19-14. On the Bulldog Sports Network, we'll be back with more.
stats. Outscored 12-3.
We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium, and we have stats. Go ahead, Shaney. Anything you want. Shaney Mack moving the bench a little bit so she has a little more room to work with.
We may be set up too close to the sideline. Now you have Sweeney in the middle, and she can make that shot.
Kiki Davis fouled as she went to the basket. Nice pass from Isabella Lund. Kiki Davis, the sophomore from Missoula. What did she tell us she did in track? Was she a sprinter? I think she was.
And a jumper.
Yeah. She also was a producer for us one game.
Yeah, football.
One football game.
Nellie Momberg back in for the Dogs.
Kiki Davis makes free throw number one, and it's 19-15. Oh, she misses the second one, so she gets 1 out of 2. Skylights lead by 4, 19-15, just underway in the second quarter. Skylights 4-7 in the conference. Bulldogs 5-6.
Jordan Sweeney with her first foul.
Both teams jockeying for position in the standings, right stuck in the middle right now. And the rubber game of the match, or of the series, as you said, which could have something to do with tie breaking too.
Yeah.
So
and you got to win at home.
Krass for 2.
Cheyenne Krass. Is it? How do you pronounce that? Hoagland or
Hoagland, yeah.
Hoagland, Montana. Sweeney works her way in, puts the shot up, uses the backboard.
And Hoagland, the kids go to Turner, I believe, for, isn't that what it says there?
Yep, Turner High School. Is that way over in the eastern part of the state?
And we've got a foul on Nellie Momberg.
Well, I think you jinxed the fouling because you talked about how clean it was. Now all of a sudden, the whistle's blowing like crazy. 4-point Skylight lead, 8:46 remaining in the first half. Bulldogs got off to a quick start, but they've cooled off. 3-point shot is up and no good.
Block out, ladies. Too late.
And an offensive foul called on Lund. Maddie Moy is coming back into the lineup, and Kiki Davis will check out. So that's 3 quick fouls on the Bulldogs in less than a minute and a half played in the quarter.
Get her out of the lane.
Shot is up and no good. Rebound controlled by the Skylights, but stolen away by Nellie Momberg. Another softie by Jordan Sweeney, and it's 21-19. And that gets Chris Mowat off the bench. Shot is up and nothing but air, and right into the hands of Sweeney as she quickly comes down court. She'll take another little softie. This one doesn't fall. And the Skylights on the attack the other way. 7:30 left to play first half.
Oh. And that one's going to count as well.
Cross for 2.
Second one on Moy.
Kress will go to the free throw line. And Kiki Davis quickly comes back in. Riley Kerr comes back into the lineup for MSU Northern.
Bulldogs really do need help from the backside.
Three-point play completed the old-fashioned way by Kress. And she checks out.
And Savannah Toms comes back in.
And it's 24-19. So the Bulldogs had trimmed a Northern lead that had been 5 down to just a pair. Now it's back up to 5 again, 24-19. Mack to Lund, Lund back to Sweeney. Top of the key, now she has the ball tipped out of her hands, gets it off to Lund, back to Sweeney. Oh, and almost has it stolen away. Momberg from the wing with the 3, and it is good. And Mike, I like, you pointed this out early in the season, how the Bulldogs, when they get a nice pass, they point the finger to the person that they got the pass from.
Oh, that ball, I thought it went off Jordan Sweeney's foot.
I think it went off.
Must have gone off Tom's.
Yeah. Well, and the official was standing right there.
He might have had a better shot.
Yeah, a little better. 24-22 Skylights, 6:28 remaining, first half.
Callender really playing good defense here on Sweeney.
First half of a Frontier Conference doubleheader. Momberg inside, and she ties the game up at 2. Nellie Momberg has come on really strong the second half of the season. She has entered the averaging in double figures category. So something that you and I had talked about, the Bulldogs needed 3 players to do that. They've got them now. Long puts up a 3 and hits it.
Ooh.
Long is hot. Mackenzie Long from American Falls, Idaho is 3 for 3 from 3, and the Skylights in front 27-24. Mack will put up a 3. This one is no good. Shaney's tried a couple and missed, and they've just been a little short off the rim. Kerr drives in, has the ball tipped out of her hands, and back out to Long, and Long shows she's human. She finally misses one. So Bulldogs trailing by 3. They led early in the first quarter, but the Skylights have controlled from about midway through the first quarter to now. 5 minutes left to play, first half.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Nice by Kyla Momberg. Just a little touch of her fingers.
It's kind of like volleyball. She just tapped it to her teammate. 27-26 Skylights. Shot is up and no good.
And that one, Savannah Toms over the back
of Davis.
That's what happens when you block out as well as Kiki did on that one. Going to have a timeout.
Yep. So on the Bulldog Sports Network, it is MSU Northern 27, Montana Western 26. 4:36 remaining in the first half. We'll be back with more on the Bulldog Sports Network.
We all have different checking styles and financial goals, and the Bank of Commerce offers 5 different styles of personal checking accounts. Each has features and options specific to your needs. Do you own a business? Well, if so, you don't need to maintain a large balance just because you're a business owner. At the Bank of Commerce, all accounts are treated the same, with accuracy, with great care, and the utmost privacy. The Bank of Commerce, a proud sponsor of Bulldog Athletic, is located at 110 South Idaho Street in Dillon, Montana.
Well, Mike, I had a chance once again to talk to Chanel Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
Before the game, Chanel Cooper on those very good gym court teams in the early 1980s. and she's in the Bulldog Hall of Fame, and she also happens to be Brett Cooper's aunt.
Yeah. And I think, tonight we're looking at two of the winningest coaches. Chris Moat has got to be the all-time winningest women's basketball coach in Skylight history. And I'm sure that Sean Hughes, in the men's game, I think he's also the number one.
Well, in your days coaching the Bulldogs, you didn't like to see those colors come to town.
No,
What, that year that the Bulldogs went undefeated in the Frontier except for games against Northern?
Actually, we lost to Carroll as well that game. Oh, great pass, great pass.
Good defense by the Skylights. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Sweeney fall away. Oh, and it fell right into the hands. Good defense by the Skylights.
A couple of very nice passes, but the receiver was in a spot where she couldn't do anything. Yeah, it was still Northern Montana College at that time, 1989-90. Lauren Baker. Oh.
And they were the first Frontier Conference team to win a basketball national championship.
Right, a couple of years after that.
When Frontier was in the Division II of the NAIA, the Skylights won.
That ball hung on the rim for quite a while.
And then fell right into Kiki Davis's hands. Momberg to Sweeney. She's going to drive in. Puts a little floater up that doesn't fall.
Oh, and there's a push off, I believe, underneath the basket.
Riley Kerr.
Yep, number 21.
Riley Kerr. (27-26) Skylights lead. It's been that way for a while, and good defense by the Skylights as the check away of Sweeney's shot. I thought it.
And Northern blocked out so well it couldn't get a rebounder in there. And Sweeney finally takes a seat. She has played all the way through from the opening tip.
Get a little break, get a little hydration.
Peyton Hagee.
Skylights holding on to that 1 point lead with 3 minutes left to play. Make it a 4-point lead.
Dulcie Skunkcap out of Browning.
Her three, and the Skylights have been red hot from outside. Hagee puts up the three for the Bulldogs. So she answers the Skylight three with a Bulldog three, and it's back to a 1 point Skylight lead, 30-29. Kerr underneath, reverse shot is up, is no good. Rebound, tipped out of bounds, off the hands of a Skylight.
Little exchange of words. Captain Shaney Mack said something to one of the players.
I'm thinking they weren't where they were supposed to be.
They're not doing what they're Oh, nice pass from Davis into Mack.
And Mack couldn't finish and was kind of knocked to the ground. Kerr puts up a three, a little hard off the glass, and Hagee there to collect the rebound for the Bulldogs. Nellie Momberg with the ball, off to Kyla Momberg in the wing, back to Hagee, top of the key. Bulldogs playing catch, looking for that opening. Mack finds a little one. Now she'll go in for another layup, misses it, and ball controlled by the Bulldogs. Good defense by, good collecting the ball, but that's the word I'm looking for. And nice move to the basket by Kyla Momberg, and the Bulldogs back in front, 31-30. And you got to put that one on the hustle of Shaney Mack. 1:20 left to play, first half. Skunkcap puts up the three. This one doesn't fall. Defensive rebound to Davis. Almost has it taken out of her hands by Skunkcap, but Hagee came and rescued her. and the ball, and the Bulldogs on the attack. Good defense again by the Skylights. Shaney Mack's three is good. So Mack hits the three under a minute to play, and the Bulldogs lead 34-30.
Oh, nice pass.
Three attempt is no good, and rebound controlled by Kyla Momberg. Here comes Hagee. She'll cross the timeline. 27 on the shot clock. Put it this way, there's 4 seconds difference on the two clocks. Hagee,
Ooh,
little push out there,
Little
nothing
push.
called though.
oh, he took a chance.
Momberg open on the wing, no good. Rebound controlled by the Skylights. 2 seconds. At the buzzer, short and no good. And after one half of basketball, it's Montana Western 34 and MSU Northern 30. We'll be back with halftime stats and more on the Bulldogs.
Thing that I look forward to seeing is just the smile on everyone's faces the day it's done, and that doesn't matter, football, track, anybody on this campus, anybody in this town, the smile on people's faces is going to impact everyone, and it's going to bring new faces to the community, and a lot of people are going to have something to be proud of, and I'm really excited to see the smile on everyone's faces, including myself, my family, everyone that's been with me for my journey. I'm really excited for everyone to get to see this new built stadium that Bulldogs for generations are going to get to play on. Thing that I look forward to seeing is just the smile on everyone's faces the day it's done, and that doesn't matter, football, track, anybody on this campus, anybody in this town, the smile on people's faces is going to impact everyone, and it's going to bring new faces to the community, and a lot of people are going to have something to be proud of, and I'm really excited to see the smile on everyone's faces, including myself, my family, everyone that's been with me for my journey. I'm really excited for everyone to get to see this new built stadium that Bulldogs for generations are going to get to play on.
Montana Western, our flexible schedule and focus on learning through experience are just right for your world today. Experience One, where you take one course at a time for 18 days and then move on to your next course, is designed to work for you, whether you plan to come to campus, want to stay close to home, or if you need to earn your degree while working or raising a family. And Montana Western is the most affordable university in Montana. Experience the difference, only at University of Montana Western.
Yeah, Agnes.
Which way did you go? Did you go the long way?
Steep.
Steep way. That one's also tough.
Yeah,
That one's tough on the big guys. I can tell you that right now. I've made that hike a few times.
Yeah.
Never do it again. That's another one of those never do it again on my opposite of my bucket list.
We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. It's halftime. The Bulldogs leading the Skylights 34-30. And Mr. Miller, you've got some halftime stats.
Yeah, I do, and a very, very fast halftime. The first half went probably
Fast.
Yeah. Of course, there were only 3 fouls called on Northern and 5 on Western. So Northern was led off the bench by Mackenzie Long. She was 3 of 5 from the 3-point line with 9 points, and she and her teammates off the bench scored 19 points for Montana State Northern. Savannah Toms, in about half of the time on the court, she had 5 points, and Trottier and Lawrence had 3 apiece. The Skylights were 11 of 12 from the field, including 6 of 13 from the three-point line, shooting about 35%, and they were 2 of 3 from the free throw line. For the Bulldogs, they were led by Jordan Sweeney, who was 5 of 12 and 2 of 4 from the three-point line. She had 12 points. And then Nellie Momberg had 9 points. She was 4 of 5 from the field. And Shani Mack had 5. Kyla Momberg had 2. And then Kiki Davis and Peyton Hagee off the bench each had 3 points. The Bulldogs shot 14 of 29 for 48% from the field, 5 of 12 for 42% from the three-point line. And they didn't get to the free throw line very often. They were just 1 out of 2. The leading rebounder for the ball game just has 3, and there are a lot of them. Savannah Toms has 3. So does Cheyenne Crass. And then for the Bulldogs, Kyla Momberg leads all of the rebounders. She had 4, along with 3 for Maddie Moy, 3 for Shani Mack, and 3 for Kiki Davis. Northern had 10 points in the paint. Western had 14. Western had 7 points off the turnovers. Offensive rebounds, 2 apiece, and that's an important thing for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have to keep Northern off the boards. So here at halftime in the Stroud Gymnasium, Montana Western leads 34-30 over Montana State Northern.
And we want to intro our officials for tonight's ball game. You're doing a nice job. Very clean game. Would you say a total of about 6?
Yeah, 7 fouls the whole game.
Yeah. Tom Dwyer, J.R. Casellas, and Adam Metcalf with the whistles tonight, keeping control of the game. And we're about ready to go.
And it looks to me like the same starters for the Bulldogs are coming out. It's Mack, Sweeney, the 2 Momberg sisters, and Maddie Moy. And
Jalen Callender will put the ball in play for the Skylights right in front of us.
And the same starters as well for Montana State Northern: Callender, Trottier, Lawrence, Kerr, and Savannah Toms.
And we are underway, second half. This is Frontier Conference basketball, part 1 of a doubleheader. The men's teams will tip off around 5 o'clock. Around 7 o'clock. Oh, Trottier quickly gets the Skylights right back in the game with the 3. Nothing but net on that one, and the Bulldog lead trimmed to 1, 34-33. Jordan Sweeney with the ball, inside to Maddie Moore. Back out to Sweeney, to Mack from the wing. Mack's 3 is good. So Shani Mack a little chilly with her shooting in the first half. She's warmed up nicely. 37-33 now, back to a 4-point Bulldog lead. And Bulldogs in that zone and stolen away by Sweeney. And here comes a 3-on-1 Bulldog fast break inside to Moy. Moy's turnaround jumper is good.
Just the old turn, almost a turnout. She raced down that left-hand side, turned around.
You know, Sweeney leads the Frontier in assists, nearly 6 assists a game. And you've always said as a coach, that's just as important as points.
Well, it's very important because you're making your teammates look good and they're scoring the points.
Inside to Sweeney, back. Oh, Sweeney with a nice pass. Moy back to Sweeney. Sweeney's turnaround is good. And the Bulldogs quickly out to an 8-point lead.
And I believe that's a set play. You have 2 perfect passes.
41-33 Bulldogs, 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Kerr with the 3 from the wing is no good.
Just hate that.
Tom's with the rebound, and she gets another rebound off the missed shot.
And I hate it even more. 2 offensive rebounds in a single possession to the same player.
Tom's now going against Matt in double team with Moy. Shot is up. And
the official had his hand in the air and then didn't blow the whistle.
Not sure about that one.
Yeah.
Sweeney puts up the 3. This one no good. And Tom's with the rebound. Almost has it taken away by Moy. But the Skylights control.
Tough thing when you're in the zone. You got to find those folks and block them out. I keep saying, you got to find that man, block him out. Got to find that player and block her out.
And bad pass from Trottier. The cheerleader, I was going to say with the ribbon in her hair, but they all have ribbons in their hair. She was open, but she had pom-poms in her hand instead of her hands up for the ball.
She could still catch better than I can.
Yeah. 6:35 left to play.
Good defense, even though she kicks the ball and the ball goes right back to the Bulldogs. But it breaks up the offensive rhythm. Got to play defense with all the possibilities.
So Kyla Momberg into Sweeney. Sweeney goes in, lays it up, and has it checked away by Kerr. Good defense by Riley Kerr. And here come the Skylights the other way, trailing by 8, 6:20 left to play. 3-point shot is up and no good, but rebound to Callender inside to Trottier, and she is fouled. And no blocking out is driving Coach Miller crazy.
And fouling someone that can't make the ball. She's way too far underneath the basket. She can't make that shot.
Trottier, a freshman from Harlem, 78% free throw shooter, so she knows how to do it at the free throw line. She gets number 1. She averages 7 points a game and 5 rebounds per game. Have you noticed how the guards seem to be the leading rebounders sometime on the teams? Trottier gets both free throws, and the Bulldog lead trimmed to 6, 41-35.
Again, Callender stepping in, playing pretty good defense right until she fouls. But that's her first one.
And she's got a big grin on her face, too. Like, yep. I did that. I'm thinking she's probably saying to herself, I got away with a couple. Maybe it's time I got caught. Sweeney with the ball for the Bulldogs.
Now Northern in a deep zone defense. Again, you got to have that player in the middle.
Sweeney from the wing, good. Jordan Sweeney from the wing, and it's a 44-35 Bulldog lead, 5:30 left to play. Third quarter. Callender thinks about a 3. Now she goes inside, but it's tipped out by Sweeney. Now, did you count that as a steal?
You bet.
When Sweeney does that?
Yep.
Moy's shot is up and no good, and Mack almost had it, taking it out of her hands by Crass. And here comes the Skylights, a little fast break, and it
nicely done.
Lawrence for 2.
And Lawrence from Harlem, Montana as well.
What's the Harlem's nickname? Did you say
Wildcats.
Wildcats. 44-37, 7-point Bulldog lead. Sweeney's turnaround jumper is no good. Moy with the offensive board, and it's taken away by the Skylights. So Skylights on a wee bit of a run. They had trailed by as many as 9. They've trimmed it down to 7. And Moy with another steal as she steps right into the passing lane of the Skylights.
She is pretty good at fronting a player quite a bit taller than she is.
Can you imagine her 3 years from now as a senior? She plays so well as a freshman.
Must have been really well coached.
Sweeney with another 3.
And we're going to have a timeout.
So on the Bulldog Sports Network, timeout, 3:46 left to play, third quarter. Montana Western 47, MSU Northern 37. Back with more after this.
Visit the Frontier Conference website at www.frontierconference to get all the latest scores and information from conference competitions, and they are updated daily. You'll also be able to view a listing of our many Friends of the Frontier Conference.
That's the old one. Sorry. I thought.
And on Fan Travel, you can make your motel reservations when you're following your team on the road, playing at the other cities of the Frontier Conference. And finally, follow all the action in the Frontier Conference on Facebook and Twitter.
You know, you were talking about the Frontier Conference website. I heard they had a redesign that surprised everybody.
Yeah, I had.
Mike, you came so prepared today. I am in awe of you. Hey, by the way, folks, to all those listening out there, Mike Miller is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Mike.
And thank you.
You're
I hope I don't need
for the third time, I think.
Yeah, I hope I don't need help getting out to the car.
Me either, because you're driving. Skylights on the attack. See if they can put a little dent in that 10-point Bulldog lead. But they don't, because tipped away by Moy into the hands of Nellie Momberg. And here come the Bulldogs on a fast break. Open for the 3 in the wing is no good by Mack, but Jordan Sweeney comes away with the offensive rebound.
Oh, that was such a close thing there. Sweeney with the pass down to the low post. And now we are going to have a timeout, media timeout.
So a media timeout. It's Montana Western 47 and MSU Northern 37. 3:10 left to play in the third quarter. We'll be back with more on the Bulldogs.
Western Athletics. You ever go in there, they've got Dylan Beaver stuff, they got Bulldog stuff, they've got stuff from all over Southwest Montana. You can get shirts made for Lima, for Whitehall, for Twin.
Is that where they have the Frontier Conference Championship hats?
That I don't know.
I need to get one of those. It's
Yeah.
not like I don't have enough
Yeah.
ball caps, but. So elsewhere around the Frontier Conference today, it is MSU Northern right here at Northern, right here at Western, and number 14 Providence. They actually dropped in the rankings at number 8 Carroll College and Rocky Mountain College at Montana Tech. That should be a good one. 10-point Bulldog lead with just approaching the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Moy has it inside to Sweeney. Sweeney, oh, she misses the layup a little too hard.
She pushed that straight up and didn't come off her fingers at all.
It was a little, I think it was almost too easy with the move she made in the basket.
And the good pass.
And she had an expression of disgust, I would say, on her face. Shot clock down to 7 seconds for the Skylights. Oh, a nice move to the basket by Trottier.
I can almost hear the Bulldogs saying, hey, that's not my man. Hey, she's got the ball, and she's moving towards an easy layup. She becomes your man. You're the closest defender.
47-39, 8-point Bulldog lead. Sweeney back to Mack. Mack open for the three. Mack hits the three. And it's 50-39. Bulldogs. 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Three-point basket attempt, no good. Moy tips it to Sweeney. And Bulldogs on a fast break. Nellie Momberg all the way down inside to Mack, and Mack
was a nice pass.
Yes. What do you say that in football terms? Threading the needle?
Oh my gosh.
Nellie Momberg threaded the needle on that one, and the Bulldogs open up a 52-39 lead. A minute 22 left to play.
It's like Mackenzie Long in for the Skylights. Got the ball, look out. She can hit the three.
Kerr comes in.
Yeah. When she took off, she hopped. Both feet leave the floor.
But she doesn't get called for traveling.
Yeah. Officials have to catch that. If they don't, and it looks like that foul went on Shani Mack, her first.
Sending Riley Kerr to the free throw line, the senior from Columbia Falls. 68% free throw shooter. She makes number one. She averages 13 points a game, tops for the Skylights. And I'm guessing she was probably coached by a Western Hall of Famer in Kerry Finberg. Longtime coach at Columbia Falls. He's going to retire
at the
end of the year.
Retiring at the end of the year.
52-41 Bulldog. Kerry had both free throws on that one trip. Hagee puts up the three, no good, but rebound to Shani Mack, taken right out of her hands and taken back the other way, but they call a foul.
And that's on Shani Mack.
So 2 quick fouls on Shani Mack, and Mackenzie Long will put the ball in play in front of us. Well, in front of almost us.
She's from American Falls, and years ago the Bulldogs had a wrestler and a football player, Abe Boomer. He was from American Falls, and I'm talking fine athlete.
Well, and his brother went on to be an All-American football player at the Grizz. Under a minute left to play in the third quarter, 20 seconds on the shot clock. $12 seconds on the shot clock. Skylights wasting a lot of time, and the Bulldogs going into defense, but they're...
Isabella Lund with the blocking foul.
So 26 seconds remaining in the third quarter with the Bulldogs leading 52-41. Skylights with the basketball. Isabella Lund comes up with the steal, and it's stolen right back. Oh, but a breakdown in the Bulldog defense.
Barracom with the steal and the good pass for the layup. Oh, he's calling that on Jordan Sweeney.
And
that's her second foul.
We have a Northern player
down
on the floor.
Okay, and both teams going to the benches, so we're not going to speculate. But she is a starter.
So Sweeney called for the charging foul. Michael Filing
Yeah.
The very versatile Montana Western athletic director out on the floor cleaning up the perspiration that fell.
And a big football player comes out to help it up.
So 5 seconds left to play, third quarter.
Latea Lawrence in.
The Skylights with the ball. A little breakdown in the Bulldog defense. And the Skylights have, she just took a slip on the.
She slipped.
So after 3 quarters of play, our score is Montana Western 52, MSU Northern 43. Back with the fourth quarter.
My name is Matt Allen. I'm the Director of Admissions at the University of Montana Western. Montana Western is the only U.S. public institution in the country that operates on a block scheduling model called Experience One. Instead of your semester looking like this in a traditional system, the block schedule at Montana Western looks like this. This innovative approach allows students to really focus on that one homework area, have one final, communicate with one professor. More importantly, there's one professor communicating with that class. The big difference between Montana Western and other institutions is that our students typically have 2 to 3 years of experience in their field of study. And it's experience that employers and grad schools are looking for. And like I said, it's experience that a lot of college students don't typically have at that point in time in their academic career. Student success is our top priority, so our faculty and staff are here to help students through their entire student experience.
We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium, and both teams, Skylights out first. Here comes the Bulldogs. Peyton Hagee will put the ball in play for Montana Western, leading 52-43.
Turnovers really hurt Montana State Northern. They had picked up 7 turnovers in that third period.
So ball kicked out of bounds by the Skylight defenders, and so the Bulldogs back in action again. Isabella Lund. Bulldogs on the court with Lund, Sweeney, Nellie Momberg, Kiki Davis, who scores the layup, and
outstanding pass from Jordan Sweeney. And Kiki kind of caught that one in self-defense.
Ball tipped out of bounds by Peyton Hagee. Almost another turnover by the Skylights. Long 3 attempt is no good. Rebound controlled by the Bulldogs. Nellie Momberg sets things up, and she'll take a little 10-footer. In and out, no good. And a battle for the rebound. Kiki Davis comes away with it. Jordan Sweeney with the 3, and Jordan Sweeney hits the 3. What was that word again you were talking about? Hustle?
Hustle. Lund kind of giving the guards a bad time there.
And
a
jump
jump ball, but it is Northern's ball, so it stays right down there.
And we got a mini timeout called for shoelace tying time. Savannah Tom's doing a little maintenance on her shoes. Oh, stolen away by the Bulldogs.
I think that was Hagee and then to Lund.
And then Lund from sitting down passed it. Hagee inside to Sweeney and back out to Hagee. She takes a drive inside. Now back to Sweeney. Thinks about a 3. Now she's off into the wing to Davis. Davis back to Sweeney. Sweeney's three, no good. Rebound to Sydney Hansen of the Skylights.
I think Kiki Davis got hit in the face as she started that drive.
Lawrence, top of the key. Inside to Toms, and Kiki Davis with the block. There's about, what, 5 or 6 inches difference in height?
Isabel Lund.
Hagee with the three. This one no good. Lund with the offensive rebound. Back to Hagee. Sweeney's got it. Oh, what a pass from Sweeney to Lund. Couldn't convert. And the Bulldogs continue to lead by 14, 57-43. 7:10 left to play in our ball game.
Go down and help.
Long with the ball. Here comes drive to the basket by Vlaricom. And she's fouled by Sweeney, I think.
And that
is
her third.
So Shani Mack replaces Sweeney. Jordan will get a break on the Brent. Hagee will take a break and is replaced by Kyla Momberg. Free throw is up and good. She's an 84% free throw shooter. She doesn't miss very many.
Yeah, Northern has always been considered a great free throw shooting. And I see that in 2005, 6, and 2010 and 11, they led the nation in free throw shooting.
Wow.
So Chris Moat, he believes in shooting those free throws.
Well, free throw shooting is such an important part of the game. Shani Mack to Lund. Lund far wing to Kyla Monberg. She's going to drive in. And Mack will put up a three. It's hard off the glass. Kiki Davis.
That time she stepped out of bounds.
Almost. She was hoping to fly, but she couldn't. 57-45.
Go
and
underneath.
A steal.
Oh, she's fouled.
So Isabella Lund stole the inbounds pass. That happened. I just looked away in a second, and Isabella Lund stole the ball.
Barracom's first foul.
Nellie Momberg inside, and
she draws a foul.
Riley Kerr with the foul.
Should be number 2.
Number 2 is right. You win. You can't make any mistakes today, though. It's your birthday. Nellie Momberg with the free throw. 5'9" junior out of Box Elder, Montana. She gets them both, and Nellie's a good free throw shooter, 77%. 59-45 the score. Bulldogs lead with 6:10 left to play. Stolen away by the Bulldogs.
Oh, good defense there. Good defense by
Kerr. Riley, was that Riley Kerr?
No, I think that was Rachel Van Baracom. Because she got the foul.
That's 3 team fouls on the Skylights. And back into the lineup, that's nice to see. Trottier.
And Dulcie Skunk Cap also in for Northern.
Nellie Momberg, step away 3, misses it, but the rebound by Mack. Mack just kind of tapped it to Nellie Momberg again, and Nellie hit the 3, and it's 62-45 Bulldogs, 5:25 left to play.
And that's the biggest lead of the ball game for the Bulldogs.
Long puts up the shot. This one doesn't fall, and as red hot as she was in the first half, She's cooled off considerably in the second half.
And now the Bulldogs are thinking, we don't have to score all that much, but we are doing such a good job at scoring.
Kyla Momberg in.
Kiki Davis. That's when she can really block out every time and then leap like that. She's going to be a fine, fine rebounder. Isabella Lund and Skunk Cap went down.
Is it? They were. Okay, I missed that one. But 4:43 left to play in the ball game. It's Montana Western 64, MSU Northern 45. We'll be back.
Club supports more than 200 online or by sending a check to Bulldog Athletic Club, UMW Foundation at 710 South Atlantic.
Now remember, Frontier Conference Tournament a couple weeks away, Thursday, February 29th through Saturday, March 2nd, Four Seasons Arena in Great Falls, Montana.
I saw one of my favorite basketball games there, the 1987 state championship game between Malta and Browning. And Browning had the game locked up with a 3-point lead. They fouled on a shot that went in, and Malta won it in overtime.
So Skylights on the attack, trailing. Another missed shot, knocked out of bounds by. I thought
she was in.
Yeah.
She straddled that line.
Good hustle by
Mackenzie Long.
I thought. Well, we were down there, so we can't blow that whistle, can we?
Oh, wouldn't that be great if I had a whistle?
No.
Skunk Cap with the foul on Shaney Mack.
64-45, Bulldogs lead by 19, 4:15 left to play. Mack, the senior from Three Forks, to the line. Second leading scorer on the Bulldogs at 15 points a game, and she makes it an even 20-point spread. 65-45. She's back to the line for free throw number 2. This one not good. Mack is 76% free throw shooter, so she doesn't miss many. Bulldogs lead by 20, 65-45. Three-point by Toms.
Nice.
Toms not expecting your post player to hit a 3 from the wing, but she did. I guess they're only going to give her a 2, though.
Oh.
I thought that was a 3, but they only give her a 2. 65-47 Bulldogs. Hagee to Moy. Moy checked back into the lineup at that timeout, as did Hagee.
Oh, yeah. Notice they're just kind of tossing that ball around, using up as much of the clock, and then hit a 3.
So Nellie Momberg with another 3 in the bag, and it's 68-47 Bulldogs. 3:10 left to play in the ball game. Nong puts up a 3, misses it again. Rebound controlled by the Skylights, so Skylights reset their offense, and Trottier puts the 3 up and hits it.
Trottier for 3.
68-50 the score. Bulldogs lead, and nice steal by the Skylights. They can put they can take another dent out of that Bulldog lead. Oh, and she does. Trottier, who sat out a few minutes with a sore elbow, she scored the last 5 points for the Skylights. The Bulldog lead is 68-52, and we'll be back with more on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, we're getting closer to the future of Bulldog football with the building of the Sports and Activities Complex, the future home of Montana Western football right here on campus. Be sure to check our website at umwbulldogs.com for all the updates and ways you can support this project. They're doing a lot of work. They were still working out there when I got here for the ball game, even though it was snowing hard. That cat was running up and down, scraping off. So they're getting a lot of work done.
That's good. That'll be fun. Jordan Sweeney is back in the Bulldog lineup. A little full court pressure put on by Skylights. 2:20 left to play. Bulldogs continue to lead. And you're right, Mike. They're just playing catch.
They've had a couple of opportunities in the lane. Oh, and they're going to call her for a charge. Yep. Momberg.
That's 3 charges they've called on Bulldogs that I don't understand. Maybe I will let you wear that whistle.
I'd get thrown out of here.
My ears would probably be destroyed too. Approaching the 2-minute mark of the ball game with the Bulldogs leading 68-52. Momberg, Nelly this time called for the foul underneath the basket. That will send Sydney Hansen to the free throw line. Hansen, 72% free throw shooter, senior from Big Timber, as she transferred to the Skylights from Northwest College. She gets free throw number 1. And 2. So 68-54, what was a 20-point lead for the Bulldogs is now
trap
just
her?
14 points.
They had a chance to come and trap Jordan Sweeney and didn't do it.
Oh, nice steal by Hansen. Here comes the Skylight fast break. She's going to pull back, slow things down. Skunkkamp with the ball, thought about a 3. Now she passes to the wing. Inside, and Maddie Moy, good job on defense there. Tipped the pass out of bounds, intended for Crass.
And that's Vericom back in, isn't it?
Yep. Check back into the lineup. 1:19 left to play. Skylights trailing by 14. Shot up and no good. Tipped out of bounds. Oh, tipped out. I would say tipped out of bounds by Vericom, but they're going to say it was tipped out of bounds by a Bulldog.
The official laughing and smiling a little bit.
3-point shot is good from the wing. Oh, and beauty. Lawrence hits the 3 from the wing, and what was a 20-point lead is dwindled to an 11-point lead. Under a minute left to play.
And remember, once the ball goes through the hoop, the clock shuts off.
So the Skylights have gone on a 9-0 run as Sweeney puts up the 3, no good. We're approaching the 30-second mark of the game. Lawrence puts up another shot, this one no good. Rebound tipped to Sweeney, she's double teamed, and the Bulldogs shot clock is off and a foul is called.
No idea which.
Nellie Momberg's going to go to the free throw line and will shoot 2. Misses the first one. And makes the second one.
That
So
foul.
it's
Oh, go ahead.
69-57 Bulldogs. Oh, Kyla Momberg with the check, and the Bulldogs will dribble this ball out, dribble this win out. Final score from the Stroud Gymnasium, and the official not even calling a foul. There was a couple of fouls there on Peyton Hagee, but the officials let it go. And our final from the Stroud Gymnasium is Montana Western 69, MSU Northern 57. We'll be back with more after this on the Bulldog Sports Network.
The thing that I look forward to seeing is just the smile on everyone's faces the day it's done. And that doesn't matter, football, track, anybody on this campus, anybody in this town, the smile on people's faces is going to impact everyone. And it's going to bring new faces to the community, and a lot of people are going to have something to be proud of. And I'm really excited to see the smile on everyone's faces, including myself, my family, everyone that's been with me for my journey. I'm really excited for everyone to get to see this new built stadium that Bulldogs for generations are going to get to play on.
Montana Western, our flexible schedule and focus on learning through experience are just right for your world today. Experience 1, where you take one course at a time for 18 days and then move on to your next course, is designed to work for you, whether you plan to come to campus, want to stay close to home, or if you need to earn your degree while working or raising a family. And Montana Western is the most affordable university in Montana. Experience the difference, only at University of Montana Western.
Really nice. It's just a castle on the hill. It's out. No, thank you. Thank you.